What if I told you that one of the most powerful brands on earth started as a failed medicinal experiment, sold for just a few cents a glass, and almost disappeared forever? Today, Coca-Cola is more than a drink. It's a symbol of happiness, culture, and global business dominance. But this success didn't happen overnight. Behind the iconic red logo lies a story of failure, loss, brilliant decisions, brutal competition, and constant reinvention. In this video, we'll explore how Coca-Cola started, the problems it faced, how it survived crisis after crisis, and how it transformed from a struggling startup into a global empire. If you're an entrepreneur, a student, or just someone who loves a great business story, this journey will inspire you. The story begins in 1886, in Atlanta, Georgia. A pharmacist named John Stith Pemberton was on a mission. He wanted to create a medicinal tonic that could cure headaches, fatigue, and anxiety. Back then, medicines were often a mix of alcohol and plant extracts. So, Pemberton created a syrup using extract from the coca leaf and caffeine from the cola nut, mixed it with carbonated water, and just like that, Coca-Cola was born. But initially, it wasn't even meant to be a soft drink. It was sold as a medicine at local soda fountains for just 5 cents a glass. But here's the shocking part. Coca-Cola was a commercial failure. Pemberton was selling less than 10 glasses a day. Can you imagine? Despite inventing one of the most famous products in history, Pemberton never saw it succeed. He was plagued by illness and debt, and he slowly began selling off the rights to his creation to different investors. By the time he passed away in 1888, he had lost complete control of his own invention. But this is where the real turning point begins. A savvy businessman named Asa Candler saw an opportunity. He acquired full ownership of Coca-Cola, but unlike Pemberton, Candler didn't see Coca-Cola as a medicine. He saw it as a brand. And that single shift in perspective changed everything. Candler focused on marketing and distribution, two things startups still struggle with today. He invested heavily in advertising, plastering the Coca-Cola logo on everything. He gave out free coupons, put up billboards, and made sure the name was everywhere. Candler understood a key principle. People don't just buy products, they buy familiarity. By the early 1900s, Coca-Cola was available all across the United States. This stage was just like a modern startup, one core product, aggressive marketing, and a laser focus on brand recognition. Coca-Cola was no longer just a drink. It was becoming a household name. Then came one of the smartest business decisions ever made, bottling Coca-Cola. Before this, you could only get it at a soda fountain. By licensing bottlers across the country, Coca-Cola was able to scale faster than any competitor. This is like modern startups using franchising, software licensing, or platform-based growth to expand their reach. And to protect the brand from imitators, they introduced the iconic contour glass bottle. The design was so unique that even in the dark, you could recognize a Coca-Cola bottle by touch alone. Now that's branding genius. But the journey wasn't smooth. Coca-Cola faced major crises and global challenges. The world wars disrupted supply chains. There were sugar shortages, and rising competition, especially from Pepsi, was a constant threat. During World War II, Coca-Cola made a bold and patriotic move. They promised to sell Coke to every U.S. soldier, anywhere in the world, for just 5 cents. This decision didn't just boost morale. It was a Trojan horse for global expansion. By the time the war ended, Coca-Cola was already a worldwide brand. But even giants can stumble. In the 1980s, facing declining sales and losing blind taste tests to Pepsi, Coca-Cola did the unthinkable. They changed the formula. The result was New Coke, and it was a complete disaster. Consumers revolted. People felt an emotional betrayal. Within months, Coca-Cola had to bring back the original formula, rebranded as Coca-Cola Classic. The lesson was powerful. Never underestimate the emotional connection your customers have with your brand. This massive failure became one of Coca-Cola's greatest teachers. Instead of quitting, Coca-Cola adapted. They learned from their mistakes and started to innovate and diversify. They launched Diet Coke, Coke Zero, and acquired other brands like Sprite, Fanta, and Minute Maid. As public health concerns grew, they introduced low-sugar and zero-calorie options. Today's Coca-Cola is no longer just a soda company. It's a total beverage ecosystem. Just like modern tech startups, they learned to pivot and expand to stay relevant. When you compare Coca-Cola then and now, the transformation is incredible. It started as a one-product company with a tiny team, a local market, and constant financial struggles. Today, it operates in over 200 countries, generates billions in revenue, and is one of the world's most valuable brands. Modern startups have tools that Coca-Cola never had, but Coca-Cola had two things that are timeless: vision and patience. So, what can today's entrepreneurs learn from this? First, branding matters more than perfection. Second, failure is just feedback, not the end of the road. Third, an emotional connection with your customers can be more powerful than logic. Fourth, scale smart, not just fast. And finally, you have to adapt without losing your core identity. From a failed medicine to a global icon, nothing in this story was accidental. Coca-Cola's journey proves one powerful truth: great companies are not born successful. They are built through struggle, persistence, and the courage to evolve. If a failed medical drink could become a global symbol of happiness, just imagine what your idea could become. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments, what startup story should we cover next? Thanks for watching.